Okay, everyone, I'm trying to just make sure I have everything set up properly. It'll take me just a moment here. Okay, so I am officially back. Sorry I took a hiatus for a couple of weeks at least. I needed just a little bit of time to kind of clear my mind, focus on myself for a little bit, and de-stress from work and all that fun stuff. And also sometimes the grind does get to you, and you need to just kind of break up a norm for a little bit. But I am back, and as y'all can see, I lost all my buffs back when I stopped playing. So I still have a few days left of the Hidden Village before I have to buy some more passes. That means I need to find someone that is able to buff me and give me all my buffs back before I use my Hidden Village pass so that I can go and get the refresh scrolls so that I can continue doing what I do. Those buffs are very important, and without them, I am not able to farm or do any of the stuff that I was doing in my previous videos. So it is highly important that I go ahead and get those buffs back. I don't care about that. Okay. One update that I am very happy with is y'all see this right here. This is the Dapple Gray loot pet, and this right here is my newest loot pet. It is this kind of like really dark gray horse with white hair, and there is also the inverse edition. It's called the Appaloosa, and it's a white horse with like gray hair. But yeah, I think that the horse loot pet is easily the best loot pet in the game, in my opinion. I love it. It is just so damn cute. Aww. I actually just got this earlier today. There was someone with a shop open, and I saw it. And this thing is incredibly rare, by the way. You're not going to find these things easily. But yeah, let's see. It's called Seabiscuit, which is kind of cute, but it doesn't really fit my theme. So let's rename it. I have here a Decopet name change. All I have to do is have my Decopet summoned and type in its new name. Hee. I'm sure by now, mostly everyone can tell by the names of my pets what theme I was going for. And I have Twilight Sparkle, I have Spitfire, and I have Derpy, and that is the best it's gonna get. I also have another loot pet in my warehouse called Pinkie Pie. It's that little Snoopy thing I've shown y'all before. It's kind of cute. But you can't have like multiple Deco Pets out. I'd like to have an army of Deco Pets following me. Anyhow, so there is two main buffers here. There's Buff God 01 and there's Buff Guard. Now, I do not have the money to afford the buffs from Buff God 01, but I can afford buffs from Buff Guard. Buff Guard charges 1 bill, and Buff God 01 charges 3 bill. Buff God's buffs are better, but Buff Guard's goods. Buff Guard's buffs are pretty good. Wow, that is a tongue twister. Where did I put the creature information thing? I don't know. Weird. Okay. So I'm going to go see, even though Buff Guard is logged in, I'm going to go see if they're actually active because he's logged in, like, all the time. And he has one special spot that he goes to. Oh, yeah. Because I don't have the thing, I can't use the teleporter. So since I ran out of my Hidden Village pass in the Hidden Village, I'm still here. But since I don't have an active Hidden Village pass, if I try to use any of the NPCs, they'll tell me that I'm not good enough for them and they won't offer me their services. So I have to leave. Okay. Now, Buff Guard always stays in the same place, which is in Rondo. And I'm trying to remember which of the four corners they stay in. I think it's the bottom left. Could be, oh wait, no, that is the bottom left. It's to my right now. Yeah, where the armor trader and all that fun stuff is. Oh, maybe it changed. No, where's the other? Oh, here we go. Usually you just have to like make some noise, get their attention. Of course, he could be AFK, could not even be at the computer. Now I have all my sound effects turned down, but like when you have the pets and stuff like behind you moving, they make like noises also. I have a lot of that turned down because it gets pretty loud. But y'all can kind of hear it a little bit better now. Come on. Okay, well, it looks like Buff Guard is currently not actively on their computer. I'm even moving around making noise so that they'll tab back over to repels and nothing. So yeah, I pretty much can't do too terribly much right now until I get those buffs. And I am about 600 million shy of being able to pay Buff God for their buffs. It might be later today, it could be tomorrow, who knows when. I've had to wait like upwards of a week for buffs before. Which kind of really sucks. Why it's really important, you know, that you do a better job than I did of keeping track of your buff timers and refreshing before they expire. Because not only does it cost money when they expire, then you're at the mercy of the people that have the buffs to be active when you're active so that they can buff you again, and if they're not, then you're kind of like, well, not much I can really do. And if you play the game, here we are, Rondo, this bottom left section, that's where Buff Guard typically stays with all of their alts. Once you pay them the money, then they will invite you into a little party that has all their alts in it, and they'll just go through all the alts, all the different classes, and they will buff you and your pets. You have to be careful when you're doing like paying for buffs. There's a lot of people that will try to scam you and stuff like that, but Buff Guard's been around for quite a while, so they're pretty trustworthy. And then Buff God also has a lot of people on the server vouching for them. I've never gotten buffs from Buff God before, but they don't stay logged in 24/7. And here's another person probably wanting some buffs too. And doesn't look like it's happening. Everyone give me 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute, people. It'll take me... Sorry, it seems every time I'm streaming, people think they need to call my phone, which I have my phone up in order to monitor my stream, so it kind of just shuts down the entire process. Okay, well, again, as I was saying, not really much I can do right now until Buffguard is no longer AFK. That could be later tonight, that could be tomorrow, that could be a week from now, who knows. But, unless I can come up with 600 mil to pay off Buffgod, actually, you know what? I no longer really need, cap lock was accidentally on. Actually, I don't even know where Buffgod is, like where they stay for buffs. Oh. Literally the moment I say that, Buffguard shouts in all chat saying that they're selling buffs. And I'm like, yeah, I'm standing right here. Come on. Okay. They have now accepted. And I got... Here you go. Y'all now get to see how buying buffs from Mr. Buffguard looks. I say Mr. I really don't know their gender. I'm sorry if I'm misassuming your gender. Oh yeah, I'm just trying to keep track of how many buffs I'm actually getting from this 1 billion, by the way. It'll be so many that you can't even see them all on screen. Gotta go through the, like, 2 Oracle buffs, and I don't even know what that is. Some kind of pet class, I think, maybe. Okay, that's definitely a Kahuna class. Like a War Kahuna or something like that, whatever their master class is called. I forget, it's been a while since I've done that video. So this person has built up numerous characters, 1, 2, 3, at least 4 characters minimum, all the way to really stupid high level, has gotten them like the best gears that they can have that increase their skills. They've gotten all like +9 skill cards, and they also have like a +25 helmet that gives them increase in skill levels that they trade between their different alts. And they also use that Death Tyrant for Death Tyrant buff to increase like the level of their buffs. Like it is a process that they're going through to make sure that they are selling the best buffs that they can. Buffguard has slightly higher, I believe. I've been told that they have all +10 skill cards. and that their buffs are slightly higher level, but this is pretty darn good. Now these buffs last about an hour, and that means every single hour I need to be refreshing them, which means I'm going to need to use up my Hidden Village Pass. I'm now down to 1.4 bill. I need to be doing farming, and I need to make some money. Ooh, I like insight. That's a lot of intelligence. Okay. I have left the party. I'm fully buffed. And I am ready. Yeah, you see me? I'm sorry. Look at that horse's little legs. Trying to keep up with me. It's just like, it's so adorable. Okay, anyway. Oh, goodness. Okay. Hidden Village Pass. Take me to the Hidden Village. And I need the Scroll Merchant. Okay, let's see. Scroll of Pet Power, Scroll of Refresh. Let's get about 3 of each because I don't have the most money on me. Now let's make sure that none of my durability stuff needs to be healed. Yeah, that could use a little bit of healing. That could use a little bit of healing. Combine enchant. Repair ethereal charge. 14 of 20,000. Good enough for me. Okay. Oh wait, and check the lack. 0 lack. Very good. Yes, I understand that one piece of equipment doesn't have any stupid soul power. You don't need to spam my chat letting me know. Thank you. And how much? 8% weight. Not bad. Okay. I think let's go do a parallel world run. Let's just do my free one. You know, I should probably go ahead and be using all of my toggles and getting my... Pet's abilities going here. Okay, where's the distorted space? It's right in front of me. Right in front of my face. Okay, other than using a wind potion to make myself run even faster than I already am. Very speedy. Let's go ahead and do my parallel world run for the day. I do not want that thing to aggro on me. It will one-shot me. I don't want to be near it. This thing has an ability which, thankfully, my pets are able to kill it before it gets it off, but it's an AoE that shoots out a powerful attack at like everything within a distance of it. And one shot of that AoE, which is a multi-shot, is enough to one-hit me. So, when you start doing Parallel World, you're going to want to stay pretty far away from that Taken. Fortunately, my pets kill it so fast it doesn't even get a chance to get it off. Most of the rest of the monsters don't have like powerful AoEs and stuff you need to worry about. You just need to make sure that it doesn't aggro on you to begin with, and you're fine. Destroy. Oh, also, y'all gonna notice I'm finding stuff that has the name wedding in it. There's currently an event where different like wedding items drop, and if you collect all of them, you can trade them to an NPC for a prize, and the more times you trade in, the better your prizes get. So people are trying to buy and sell those for a little bit of money. That's boss number 5. Now for boss number 6. I should probably turn down the effects volume a little bit, 'cause although it sounds pretty good volume to me, I know that Twitch has this thing where if I have master volume even like a teeny tiny bit, like, you know, more, it'll focus that over my voice. Okay. So there's that daily quest done. Got me a couple of the cool wedding stuff. Skull and White Dragon Ethereal Pixie card is kind of okay. Of course, you always hope for the Wind Pixie because those are easy to sell for good bits of money. Let's see. I don't think I got any lack, did I? I need lack to do the ethereal stuff. Okay, well. Let's go to Devildom and do my quests for Devildom 1 and 2 because I know I can do those easy. And it's less trouble to get to Devildom and back than it is to go to Roto where I have to run through the entire dungeon. always stay on track of that durability. You know what? Woohoo, haha, come on. Let's drop a nuke on him. Much more efficient. You know, these monsters really have like the most dramatic death animations before they just like despawn. I don't know, is it really fair to call something a diva when it's like being killed though? I feel like it, like, you know, I could edit this with like some really sad, somber music behind it. God, what, you know, why is it I can see PETA doing something stupid like that? Like, it wouldn't even surprise me if I looked it up online and it turns out that they use like some kind of like animal from a video game for like some kind of one of their stupid protests or something. And animal cruelty by getting rid of repels. No more killing these, you know, these bears. They're probably a protected species. You know what I just got, but it looked like Shield of Jane. Okay. Um. Come on. that should be the end of stage 2. Kill speed for stage 3 is not the best and not what I want to do. So exit dungeon. Let's get turning my quests. Okay, did I get any? Yeah, I got lack. Okay. We are now going to go back and let's see. I think it's the soul. Is it the soul crafter? Charge the soul power, yeah. Now, do I have to take it out of that for it to work? Now, what is this? Physical defense, magical pierce. Oh, that's like the old stuff that I had because these have better of the random stats. Okay. Now that I have that taken care of, let's go ahead and sell the excess because I really don't need it. Okay, let's go ahead and go into Rhoda, and if we happen to see the koala, we'll go into hardcore Rhoda. The kill speed isn't the best there, but like it's just okay enough. Though I really need to make money so that I can get some better gears for my pets, increase the kill speed so it'll actually be worth it. Although it'll be a while once my pets have better gears in general, once they have like the best weapon that I can get, especially for Spitfire, my main damage dealer. It really needs a better weapon to deal more damage. And once I can get that with the most optimized armor, get some good speed and good kill speed in the hardcore version of this dungeon, and instead of trying to make like, you know, a few 100 million an hour, you know, maybe half a billion if I'm really lucky, I'll be looking at making like a few billion an hour in farming. And then if I can be able to get good enough to farm like the highest mobs in like the hardcore, where I'd be able to also solo like 4, 5, and 6 of Devildom, then I'm looking at like tens of billions per hour. And that's just in rupee drops alone, not even including all like the other items and stuff. So I definitely have motivation to and do everything I possibly can to increase my kill speed. That directly affects how much money I can make. Would I rather, you know, spend an hour making like 200, 300 million, or would I rather spend it making 10 billion? I know the value of my time, even if this game doesn't. Of course, you get really good at it, and then you can start charging to P-level people and start having them pay you a good few bill each. Like 6 other people, it's like a good 18, 20 bill. I mean, some people will charge like 10, you know, plus bill per person for a P-level, but that's because they have them. Really? I hate it when monsters use like sleep abilities to stop you from moving. It's annoying. Yeah, you can make a lot of money just off people paying you to basically level them up while you kill everything and they just stand there AFK and absorb the EXP. But of course, you have to have amazing kill speed and some of the highest level places in order to be able to do that. If your kill speed's too slow, they're not going to get the experience they need to level up and no one's going to pay you for it. And here we are again at my favorite spot for farming because it's just like, it's nice. It's kind of small, everything's like together. I can kill the entire room pretty quick. Level 190 is like the highest that this dungeon goes in the regular dungeon. Level 190 stuff in the hardcore dungeon is easily like effectively level 200 plus. Actually killing. I'm gonna wait for a couple things to respawn. And as y'all can... By the way, I don't know why the music is actually that loud when I have the master volume and music volume, ambient volume. Weird. And here is how you just keep a room clear. You just don't stop moving and just kind of do hit and run style back in circles. And it's like you get back to where you just were by the time like one or two things respawn. And then my loot pet will just conveniently collect stuff while I'm running around. Not really having to wait on it to collect stuff before I move to the next area. It just picks up anything. Pretty efficient. Also, I've thought about starting to stream some other games too. I'll make like separate categories and separate playlists on my YouTube at least, so they don't all get mixed in together. Maybe some Town of Salem, Risk, whatever. Okay, sorry, had to go kind of AFK for just a moment there. But yeah, I'm thinking about streaming some other games too. I usually play like one game at a time and play it religiously, then get tired of it. But I'm thinking about throwing a couple of other games in the mix just a little bit to kind of add a little bit of variety on top of Repels. So I don't know if y'all would be interested in watching any of those other games too, or I know the main really purpose of me doing this was for Repel specifically. Especially when I can do anything educational. I'm like, hey, here's some new aspect of the game that I can share some information on with y'all, so you'll have a little idea what to expect. I mean, I guess technically today y'all learned how to get buffs from Buffguard. Shout out to Buffguard. Thank you for selling the buffs. Really could not be doing any of this without you. But aside from that, I didn't really have a whole lot of educational content planned out for today. Because really I just need to be farming and making money. No, this is not a private server. I am on Reviac server from the North American server. And also, hello! Welcome to my stream. It's nice to see you. Now, I know that private servers for Repels have been pretty popular. I've never been into doing private servers in games. I have no idea what that noise just was. But I heard something. Oh, that's cool. I guess it didn't have the noise the first time that you messaged, but the second time you messaged it did. Awesome. Anyways, but yeah, like I don't know, like when you're playing this game without like having friends to play with you, like me, I play solo. Um, a lot of the grinding can feel like it's a single player game, but at the same time, you do have to rely on other people to be able to buy and trade with in the market and stuff like that. Um, I've heard there's different hacks and stuff you can use on private servers to be able to give you different items and to be able to give you different pets. I don't know how advanced that gets, so I don't know if you could use those exploits and those programs to get literally anything, um, or if there's still some stuff that you would have to try and make by yourself. But I feel like for something like this, it's better to be playing when there's an active community of people making items, selling items, trading items, things like that. Otherwise, you're going to have to try and make everything perfect by yourself, which would take, well, bloody forever. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I've been streaming on Twitch for a little bit, but I'm still learning like little bits and pieces here and there. I'm still new to streaming and trying to get into it anyway. Yeah, I don't know, like I know that there's a lot of people that will stand by them. I've been in forums and communities before where people are like, hey, private servers are like the only way to play this game. Like, Repels in particular had a really strong community for people in private servers. I think, I'm trying to remember the name of it now. There's a community that's still active for making hacks and exploits for private servers. Um, it's like the something guild. Oh, I think it's the Elite PvPers. If you look up the Elite PvPer forums on Google, you can sign up to those, and there's still an active community of people making exploits and hacks and downloads and stuff like that for Repel's private servers. I don't know. Yeah. I haven't really been too active on them. I've made a couple forum posts in their Repel's trading before, trying to get people to buy and sell stuff. But honestly, I think that they're probably more well known for their private servers for Repels than they really are their marketplace. Although they are still active in the black market, people buying and selling rupees and selling accounts and selling things like that for money. Yeah. You know, for a while, mine would have been the my number one search would have been the Repels wiki. I mean, I had the Repels wiki up religiously, reading everything, trying to understand stuff. That and of course the Repel's Discord, going through their guides and kind of trying to bridge the gaps in information between the two. Um, Unfortunately, I mean, a lot of the information there is useful. It's still helpful. Some of it's going to be a little bit outdated, but when you're trying to learn things, when you're by yourself, people will help you a little bit. But if you ask, like, 1,000 questions a day, people aren't going to take too terribly kindly to that. So constantly trying to, hey, ask, hey, on this class, can I do this? What about if I do this? Why do people think that this is better than this? Why wouldn't do this be the better than this because of this? It's just a lot of repels in my search history. That and of course watching stuff online. Right now my search history is full of. I've been watching Blue Bloods. Currently on season 3. Um, it's actually pretty okay. It's like a cop drama. It's a little bit older. It's from like 2010, I think, is when it released. It does feel like a little bit corny because of like its whole like how family is important, the most important thing forever, like old traditional values. Um, and of course it's a little bit older of a show. But aside from that, it's actually pretty cool. Binges where I'll like find a TV show and I'll just like watch all of it as fast as I possibly can and get to the next one. And my search history will be nothing but pages of episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, episode guides, and so on, things like that. Yeah. Well, it's actually interesting as I started watching it, and Donnie Wahlberg, who plays one of the main characters, he's a homicide detective. And it was driving me crazy because I was like, I know I've seen him in something else before, and I had no idea what it was. And I was looking him on IMDb, and I'm like, I've never seen any of his movies. And then I realized it was because he played Detective Matthews in Saw 2, and I've watched the Saw series. Oh man, I don't even know how many thousands of times since I was a little kid, watching those religiously. So both roles I've seen him in, he's been a detective. But I like how it's like a cop family and how they're supposed to have like traditional values and how like they're the most like upstanding moral people there are. Yet the guy who plays Frank, I think it's like Tom Selleck, Tom Seller or something like that, gives off this kind of like mafia boss kind of, um like air, like tension about him, right? But I also binge watched The Blacklist. Was a pretty good show. Lucifer was a really good show. Gotham is one of my favorite TV shows, and a whole slew of anime. Used to watch House MD religiously growing up. 15 minutes on my pet's buffs. Kind of important I keep track of their timing too, because if they lose their buffs, then I send them in to do all this. It's not going to work out too well. Although too bad the refresh scroll doesn't also refresh your wind potions, because that would be pretty cool. But instead I have to stockpile wind potions. Being attacked by too many. Oh, that almost didn't go good. I'd have had to have wasted one of my Godmother Fairies bottles in order to keep my buffs. Like, I just got them, I'm not losing them again. I'm at 56% of my max weight. I'm gonna go ahead and head back. I honestly did not plan on spending a full day today of farming. Not Luna chips for rupees. Stop it. Perfect. Okay, people, I just wanted to let y'all know that I am back. I am going to start making more videos. Thank you for joining me. For now, I am taking another break from this game, but I will continue to play. I'll try to find some more things I can show y'all. And I'll probably also start recording some other games. I like to play like Team Fortress 2. I haven't played that in a while. I might get back into it. Like Bloons Tower Defense. I already went through and replayed all of the Batman, like the Arkham games. Those were pretty fun. I play Town of Salem every now and then. Play Risk every now and then. So just I'll start trying to do some other games too. See if y'all have any interest in those. And then anytime I can think of something interesting I can show in Repels other than me just kind of grinding it out. We'll just see how that goes. But again, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. This will be uploaded to YouTube. If y'all have any comments, questions, suggestions, anything at all, just comment on the videos, and I will reply as soon as I can. Until later.